Well, now let's dive into our team coverage of Ohio's road to reopening. Governor DeWine told us the news so many of us have been waiting for. We're now just 8 days from restaurants and salons welcoming back patrons and employees. But it certainly won't be back to business as usual. Will Ujek shows us the changes on the way.
When hair salons, barbershops, and day spas reopen their doors on May 15th, customers will have to wait in their cars until their appointment is ready. Once your appointment is ready, only customers will be allowed inside, except for cases of your child being with you, and all customers and employees must wear a mask. Other businesses that'll be reopening on May 15th as well, restaurants and bars around the state of Ohio that have outdoor seating. Socially distanced spacing will continue for outdoor dining, which means that many restaurants will have to do some rearranging like they have here at Creekside, making sure that each table is at least 6 feet away from each other or putting up some sort of physical barrier. And that rearranging will continue on the inside. Because come May 21st, indoor dining will open. However, some of the common areas like dance hall and arcades will still be closed. Salad bars, buffets, all served by staff, and most restaurant employees will be wearing a mask. Party size will be limited to a max of 10 people. And some of the common used items like this, salt, pepper, ketchup, all going to be removed. Of course, cleaning and sanitizing throughout the day. These guidelines were all based on suggestions from food industry workers as well as health experts, hoping that together they can get Ohio back to a little bit of a sense of normalcy. Will Ujek, 3 News.